Okay, welcome back to our continuation of learning Java, right? So today's video, we're going to be learning about how to actually use variables, right? And how to, do some sort of operations on variables and change them around, okay? So in case you missed the last session, that's okay. We're just going to continue onwards and I'll do a little bit of basic and recap. So we learned about what a variable is and how to put stuff inside a variable. For example, if we had an age, right, we do something like int age equals 25, right? And let's say, for example, we had a name, right? And the name is a string, remember? That goes in here just like this, right? So now let's say, for example, we wanted to print whatever is inside of our age, right? So we can do something like system dot out dot print ln, and then we can actually just print out age. And what this is going to do is it's going to print out, I'll show you now once we run our program, it's going to print out 25. Okay. Next, if we were to print out our name, what this is also going to do as well, it's going to print out the name. As you can see, 25, our name, just like we declared over here. Okay. And that's how we see what's actually inside of our variable, right? And the cool thing is we don't actually need to do any quotes, any quotation marks for a string once we're calling it from our system.out.print. Okay. And just to reiterate that again, what this line here does is it prints what's inside of the box called age. And what's inside of the box called age is our number 25. Okay. And it's the same thing for this line over here. It prints whatever is inside of our box called name, right? So since name has name over here, it will print name. So let's say, for example, we put our name to be something like, let's put John, right? You know what's going to happen to name? It's going to print out John, okay? So now we're going to do something that's really cool, okay? And really essential to understanding and using variables, okay? So I'm going to teach you to something called concatenation, okay? So now what concatenation does is it combines a sign or some sort of text together and put it all together. So for example, let's say we did, right, system. And so we don't get tired of typing out system.out.print every time, I'm going to show you a cool trick we can use called SOUT, and we just press enter. So now let's say, for example, I wanted to do something like, hi, my name is, right? And we can already see we have a lot of, errors coming up here. So what we need to do is we need to put this inside of our double quotation marks, okay? So we do hi, my name is, close our double quotation marks, and we add a plus. And what this plus does is it actually allows us to combine, right, the string that we have in here with our variable that we made out here, okay? So that's done by using this plus over here. And we're just going to type in name, and we add another plus to continue back. So my name is name, and whatever is in our name is going to come up here, okay? And inside of this box called name, we have John. So this is going to print out, hi, my name is name, right? And it's going to be John. So once we press run, we should see this come up now. Hi, my name is John. So we can already see, perfect, just like that. And we can see that we have a little bit of space that needs to be added over here. And that's okay. We can just do that by heading back over here and pressing the space bar. So hi, my name is space plus name. So what we can also do here is we can also add his age as well, right? My name is John, and my age is, and you know what we're going to do now? You guessed it. We're going to add a plus, and we're just going to type in age. And now it's going to print, Hi, my name is John and my age is 25. So we also need a little bit of space over here as well. Okay, perfect. So now for changing variables. So we can actually change what's inside of our variable at any time, right? And we can just use the equal sign and we don't need to say the type again. Okay, cool. For example, right? Let's say I had something like, okay, let's say John, 5 years passed, right? And John is no longer 25, right? John is now 30. So we can actually just do age is equal 30, okay? And we actually don't need to type in our int here no longer because we've already declared that age is an int type of data type, okay? Perfect. So I'm just going to run that out and show you that there's no errors and this works perfectly. Perfect. We can see that there. So now what we can also do in here as well is we can actually also add a number to whatever its age may be. So let's say, for example, we wanted to do something like, okay, so now we're going to do age, right, is equal to age plus 5. So now take a second to what you think the answer is going to be, okay? So think about it. What's in age, okay? And we're adding 5 to whatever's in age, and that's going to be what we're going to make age be now, okay? So now we equal it, we run it, and we can see that he's 35. Perfect. So that's kind of how we can change variables inside of Java. Cool. So now we're going to learn about some basic mathematics that we can do inside of Java, right? So let's do it. So I'm going to get rid of everything over here and we're going to continue onwards, okay? So Java can actually do maths and there's a lot of different ways you can do it. So for example, let's say we had two numbers, okay? We had int A, right? And that's equal to 5. And we had int B and that's equal to 50, right? Perfect. So we have two numbers. So let's say we wanted to do, okay, what's 5 plus 50, right? We're going to do something like this. So we're going to do our salt, right? We're going to do A minus, we'll start off with B. No, we'll start off with A plus B, okay? Yeah, right? And what we should see here is we can see that we're doing 50 plus 55, right? Next, and I'm just gonna put addition over here so everyone understands what it was. So next, let's say we wanted to do subtraction, right? It's the same principle, right? We'll do B minus A, and we should be able to see what the answer is. And it should be 45. Perfect. And now we should be able to see the principle continue on. So let's say we had A, right, multiplied. So how multiplied is done, multiplication is done in Java is we use a star, okay? So star is what we use for multiplication, okay, in Java. So now we press run and we can see we have 250 over here. So next, let's say we wanted to do some division, right? So we will do, let's do B divided by A. And we should see, perfect. We can see that 5 goes inside 50 10 times. And just to show you again, we use the / once is used for division. Okay. And next, for Now, this is one of our really cool operators, right, in Java that if you're not familiar with programming, you might have never seen this before. And this is called modulo, right? And how modulus works is it shows us what is left over once we have divided something by itself. So let me give you an example, okay, of how it works. So let's say we wanted to do, okay, 5 divided by how many times 5 goes into 50, right? That's going to be 10 times, right? And there's going to be nothing left over. But let's say, for example, we had a number like, we changed our A to be a number like 3, right? Sorry, we changed our number to be a number like 10. And we'll make B equal to 3. So if we were to do something like A modulo B, what this is actually going to give us will be pretty much, it gives us the remainder after division. So 3 goes into 10 3 times, right? And the remainder is 1, okay? So we can see this now that we should get 1 left over, okay? So remainder after division, okay? Perfect. And that's pretty much a run through and a walkthrough of performing some basic operations on different type of data types we have inside Java. And that's pretty much it from there. And I will see you in the next one.